This situation has turned into a full-blown drama, and honestly, it feels like every new detail just makes things messier. What started as simple relationship rumors has now grown into something much bigger, pulling in multiple people and leaving fans trying to figure out what is actually true and what is just talk. At the center of it all is Brandon Ingram and GloRilla. For a while, it looked like they were in a good place. She had been very open about her support for him, even showing love publicly in ways that made it clear she was serious. From the outside, it seemed like they were building something real, or at least heading in that direction. That's why everything that came after feels so surprising to people watching from the outside. Things started to fall apart when rumors began spreading about Yo Gotti. The talk online suggested that he might have been involved with GloRilla behind the scenes, and not just in a professional way. At first, people brushed it off as gossip, but then the rumors got louder, especially when there were whispers about a possible pregnancy. That's when everything started to feel more serious. Fans began pointing to small details. Photos on social media, changes in her style, and the way she started dressing differently all became part of the conversation. People noticed she wasn't wearing the same kind of outfits she used to, and some took that as a sign that she might be hiding something. None of this was confirmed, but once people start connecting dots online, those ideas spread quickly. Around the same time, it was said that things between her and Brandon were actually going well before all this came out. Some reports even suggested she wanted to take the relationship to the next level and was thinking about a future with him. But instead of moving forward together, everything suddenly shifted. Instead of a proposal or a stronger commitment, the relationship reportedly ended, and not in a quiet or peaceful way. One of the biggest claims floating around is that Yo Gotti may have told Brandon directly about what was going on. If that really happened, it would explain why things ended so quickly and why it seemed like such a sudden decision. Nobody likes feeling betrayed, especially in a situation where trust is already being tested. If Brandon believed those claims, it would make sense that he chose to step away instead of trying to fix things. What made the situation even more complicated is the claim that Yo Gotti might be the father of the baby, if the pregnancy rumors are true. At the same time, there are also suggestions that GloRilla may have tried to present a different story. These are serious accusations, and none of them have been officially confirmed, but they have definitely fueled the conversation online. The connection between Yo Gotti and GloRilla did not come out of nowhere. People had been noticing their dynamic for a while. At first, it looked like a strong business relationship between an artist and her mentor. But over time, fans started to feel like there was something more personal going on. The way he supported her, the attention he gave her, and the gifts he bought all stood out. One moment that really got people talking was when he gifted her a luxury car. That kind of gesture goes beyond what people expect in a normal professional relationship. Then there were other expensive gifts, like high-end jewelry, which only added to the speculation. Fans began to question whether this was just support for her career or something deeper. On top of that, Yo Gotti often spoke about her in a way that felt more emotional than businesslike. When he showed up to her events and celebrated her achievements, it looked like more than just a label boss supporting his artist. It felt personal, and people noticed that difference. But this situation didn't just affect one relationship. It may have also played a role in what happened between Yo Gotti and Angela Simo. The two of them had been in a relationship that many people followed closely. He had been very open about his admiration for her for years, and when they finally got together, it seemed like something he had really wanted. Angela also appeared happy. She spoke about him in a positive way and seemed proud of their relationship. She described him as someone who inspired her and pushed her to do better. From the outside, they looked like a strong couple, which is why their breakup surprised a lot of people. However, there were rumors that Yo Gotti was not being completely faithful during that time. Reports suggested he may have been involved with multiple women, and eventually, Angela decided to walk away. According to people close to her, she is not someone who ignores warning signs. She might not react dramatically, but she also won't stay in a situation that doesn't feel right. After their breakup, it seemed like Yo Gotti was ready to move on, and that's when the connection with GloRilla started to look more serious. At one point, it even seemed like he was focusing all his attention on her. But then Brandon came into the picture, and things appeared to change again. Now, looking at everything together, it feels like a chain reaction. One situation led to another, and now all of it is coming out at the same time. Relationships ended, new ones started, and rumors filled in the gaps where there were no clear answers. While all of this was happening, Angela Simmons made a post online that caught people's attention. It wasn't direct, but it felt like it had meaning behind it. She talked about wanting what truly belongs to her and letting go of anything that doesn't. Even though she didn't mention anyone by name, many people believed it was connected to everything that had been going on. Her message felt calm, but also firm. It gave the impression that she had moved on, even if the situation had hurt her. Sometimes, saying less actually says more, and that post seemed to do exactly that. At this point, the entire situation has turned into something much bigger than just a breakup. It's a mix of rumors, emotions, and public reactions. People are forming their own opinions, even though not everything has been confirmed. Social media has made it easy for stories to spread quickly, and once they do, it's hard to control the narrative. For GloRilla, this moment is especially difficult. What once looked like a promising relationship has now become a topic of public debate. Instead of being known for her music, she's dealing with personal rumors being discussed everywhere. That kind of attention can be overwhelming, especially when it feels like everything is happening at once. For Brandon Ingram, the situation seems more about stepping away from something that no longer felt right. Whether all the rumors are true or not, it appears he chose to remove himself rather than stay in a complicated situation. Yo Gotti, on the other hand, is at the center of multiple storylines, from his past relationship to the current rumors. His actions, whether confirmed or not, have played a big role in how everything has unfolded. And Angela Simmons, even though she is no longer directly involved, still became part of the conversation because of her past connection and the way things ended. In the end, this whole situation shows how quickly things can change, especially when relationships are in the public eye. What looks one way today can turn into something completely different tomorrow. Right now, there are more questions than answers, and until the people involved speak clearly about what really happened, the speculation will likely continue. One thing is certain, though. This story has caught everyone's attention, and it doesn't look like the conversation is going